Hello. What is on the agenda for today? It looks like a bit of arms. And just a reminder, when I say arms, I mean biceps, forearms, hand, grip strength. Starting off with the hammer curls, and I am using the fat grips. Starting off with the 60s. Decided to go a bit heavier today. I used the fat grips for the first couple sets. I think I did it for the 60s and the 70s. The 80s and the 90s, I did not. Just my grip strength isn't there. I know that's the idea of the fat grips is to get it there and keep on using them as much as possible. But like I said in other videos, I want to make sure that I'm not hindering one of my other muscles just to get my grip strength up. It'll come, it'll take time, so I have definitely not given up on them. It's just I'm going to use them when I feel it's needed. So yeah, with the hammer curls, you're able to go a bit heavier than you are conventional. Just straight up and down with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. With the hammer curls, you can get a bit more, and I'm not as worried about form when it comes to, especially for the 80s and the 90s. I'm just worried about getting up there, trying to get as much of a squeeze at the top as I can, and just trying to move heavyweight. There are times that I'll go a little bit lighter with the hammer curls and get a nice slow movement, nice contraction at the top, and not swing my body. Today was not one of those days, and you're gonna find that that's true for a decent amount of movements. There's always some movements that you want to take it nice and easy. You don't want to go too heavy, but occasionally with biceps, I like to go a little bit heavier, especially with doing the arm wrestling. I feel it's beneficial to bust out a couple last reps with heavy weight, something that you wouldn't normally be able to do. But if you give it a little bit of a swing, it's whatever works. Get that last extra movement in. That's why a lot of people do chest on the Smith machine. I don't. I've probably done it once or twice in my life. I've been working out for 20 years, but a lot of people do, in which I'm not opposed to it. I know Rich Piana, he does it. Sam Sulik, he does it to get a couple extra reps. I might even give it a try in the future, but I'm not quite there yet. I'll let you know when I do. But after the hammer curls, I did standing curls with the cambered bar. Going a bit heavy with the first one, I did 45s on each side, and then on the second one, I jumped it up to 10s on each side. Didn't go any higher than that, didn't feel the need. Felt that if I did go up any higher, I wouldn't be able to do as many reps as I wanted. And the form would have been disgusting. So there's a difference between doing a couple cheat curls, and then there's a difference between doing too heavy a weight and you're not supposed to be even touching that. So that's what I trying to realize with what I'm able to do and what I'm not able to do, and I've been doing it for long enough that I know what I can do. Went over to one of my favorite machines for arm day, seated machines. You can load the weight up. I did do the first set with the fat grips, and once again, I felt that it was gonna keep me from doing the weight that I wanted to. So I ended up taking them off, and I don't think it's going to be too beneficial for my grip strength on this anyway. I mean, I'm not holding on to the actual weight. It's just mimicking holding on to someone's hand when I'm on the table. So I wanted to get a few good reps with heavy weight, so that's what I did. And with this, I'm doing double arm. Normally I do single arm just to mimic me being on the table, but today I switched it up. I went heavy with the hammer strength. Sorry, not hammer strength. I went heavy with the hammer curls. I went heavy with the cambered bar. So figured I'd go heavy with the seated machine as well. This I have not shown you yet, which I'm shocked that I haven't. This was a staple for the first 9 months of my arm wrestling training, and I've actually done reverse curls, whether it be on the actual barbell or on the cables. I switch it up. Like I said, this is the first time showing you. I'm not sure why I stopped doing it. Maybe just because I put a little bit more emphasis on supination, pronation, stuff like that, which I will show you in a sec what that looks like. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to this just because it's a great burn for your brachialis and for your bicep as well. I mean, it targets more of your forearm than anything. But started with the cables. Next week I'll probably just do the free weights just so you can see what that looks like. Very similar, same kind of angled cambered bar, but able to go a little bit heavier with the cables and get a bit maybe not more of a swing because you can do a swing with a barbell as well, but just maybe a little extra burn. The weight comes, it's constant because when you're using the cables, there's constant tension from the bottom to the top. So when I do the barbell, I usually don't let it go all the way down to the bottom, just so there's constant tension on your forearms, on your biceps. This machine I have not showed you yet either. This is, well, I've showed you this machine, but not using it the way that I'm showing you now. So this is for pronation. So grab the bar, curl it over towards the inside of your body, and I'll show you in a sec what supination looks like. Same machine, same handle. It's just going the opposite direction. And I actually showed you what kind of like a riser looks like. I only did one set for the risers with this. I used to use machine quite a bit for what I'm about to show you right now. I don't know if I just wasn't going heavy enough. I just wasn't feeling much of a burn. Maybe I didn't do enough reps, but I just decided not to do any more. But I figured I'd show you what it does look like. I prefer to do it on the cable, maybe just because my arm can be bent and it's just I'm lifting up the cable. Like I said before, with the cable, it's constant tension. With this, I know it's on a cable, but for some reason it feels like the weight gets a lot lighter once I let it down. So I probably won't do this one again, or at least not for a while. I didn't see too much of a benefit, but just wanted to show you what it did look like. And back to the pronation. I'm actually able to do quite a bit more weight than when I first started, so I know I am getting stronger. I just haven't done this in months just because I prefer to do the cables. And especially now that I have the fat grips, it mimics it even more. But didn't do the rack on this one. I'm pretty sure on the last set I ended up racking it, which I wasn't doing nearly that weight. And I love this machine just because it's solely for forearms. Most gyms that you go to, I've never seen this. I've seen the other one in one other place, but for this, I've never seen this anywhere. And I've said in other videos, the owner of the gym, Nikki, he actually used to do arm wrestling, so I'm pretty sure that's the reason why it's here. Yeah, so just doing the pronation. I'm going to show you in a sec what the supination looks like. Exact machine, you fold it over the handle a different way. So instead of turning it towards your body, you're actually turning your wrist outwards. I'm probably going to stay away from this machine for the supination and the pronation, but I'm still going to use it for maybe extensions. Just because I do like that, and I haven't even showed you what it looks like when you do the curling up and the curling down, which probably next time I do arms, I'll show you what that looks like. But to the supination, it's basically the same thing, just the exact opposite. You have the same bar, you just tilt it towards the other way, so there's tension going outwards, and then you turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Like I was just saying, probably gonna stay away from this machine for the supination and the pronation. I feel that the cables work a little bit better. For whatever reason, you have more free range of motion. Where you're on a machine, you can target a specific spot, but you're relying on the machine to go in the right direction that your body is, which not every two people are gonna have the exact same body type or same height, same anything. So that's why machines are great. You can be a little bit safer with a machine, but probably not going to do this again for a while just because the cables, your body tells the cable where the weight should go instead of the machine telling you where the weight should go. So pretty self-explanatory when it comes to that. Machines are great. It's great for not having to worry about anything except for moving that weight in that one direction. You don't have to use your stabilizer muscle, so you're really hitting that one specific muscle. But that's the drawback, is you are reliant on a machine to decide where that where that weight should go and how it should go. So this I have showed you in the past, of course. It's great for the grip strength. I do have grippers. I do have physical therapy balls. Come with different different strengths. Even got them for my son, so he can build up his. He's 4 years old, but he has the lightest one, the yellow. He loves squeezing it, throwing it, of course. For me, I love it just because I can be in my truck or I can be sitting watching TV. I could be at work. When I say work, I mean downstairs in my office. But you have them all the time and it's great for building up your grip strength. But this is what we mean by doing a grip exercise because the grippers they're fine, but they're not really gonna, you're not gonna get that load. You're really not gonna get that grip strength that you're looking for to when someone's trying to peel you open, when they're doing when they're able to open you up. This is going to prevent that hopefully a bit more. That's why I do it quite a bit. That's why I go fairly heavy, and you can notice that my index finger isn't touching until it needs to be. I do as much as I possibly can with the other four, and then I put my index finger down and bust out a couple more just because that's the weak spot for me. For my hands, it's the last two fingers, which I'm sure it is for a lot of people. So that's what I want to specialize in. That's why I want to make sure that I get up is my ring finger and my pinky finger. Trying to get those as strong as possible, just because every little bit helps, especially when you're going against someone that's just as strong as you but might have better technique. So that's what I'm working on now is getting stronger at the same time as getting better on the table. Showing you what it looks like when you're doing your cupping. So this is great for the inside part of your forearm. I've showed you what it looks like on the cables every time so far. I'm showing you right now what it looks like on the dumbbells. Dumbbells a little bit different because you can angle your elbow up, so you're adding more resistance to it instead of just the cables where it's just the actual weight. But I do like the cables because it's your body is getting used to your arm being in that position and getting stronger at pulling your wrist pulling your hand towards your forearm. Where with this, it's just gonna get you stronger, but just a little bit different. And of course, I am using the fat grips for this. This is definitely an exercise that's very beneficial for that grip, for that fat grips, just because it's just like you're holding a big meat hand on the table. So this is definitely something I'll always do for the cupping is having the fat grips on. And probably next time I'll show you what it looks like with a straight bar. Might even do it on the cables. Might do it, can't do it really on the Smith, but I might show you what it looks like on the cables or even a free bar, a straight bar. With those, I usually do it behind the back, angled palms facing out, away from you, and that's great. You can do quite a bit of weight with that, but I don't do that too often. I prefer to do the cables, which I've said probably 10 times in this video so far, but next time I'll switch it up, trying to show you different exercises, even if it's not ones that I like that forearm machine for the supination pronation, but just trying to educate you as much as possible. And I'll be talking to you soon.